What's good, Green Thumbs? My name is John Moody, and this is the Johnny Learns Gardening YouTube channel. In today's episode, I'm going to go over some garden planning. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and let's do it. So, today's date is Saturday, April 25th. It is about 50 degrees outside. It feels like it's 42. And I'll just go ahead and start here with the rose bush out front. I already pruned it because all of those were sticking out in my walking area. I mowed the lawn the other day. It was warm, but yeah, it is cold. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I have planned and the importance of why I'm planning them. Let's continue. Yesterday I went to Lowe's and bought some topsoil and some mulch because I need them. And right here I have a tray of some of my starts that Amelia and I did. In that video, in this tray, we planted some root vegetables and some melons. So I don't know if the root vegetables just take a longer time to start to grow, but I'm very excited for the melons. There are two different varieties of watermelons as well as two different varieties of cantaloupe. Which one's which? Oh, that's a lesson that I probably should have learned a long time ago, but still refuse to do so. Invest in some plant labels, guys. I'm trying to be cheap, I'm trying to be frugal, and yeah, this is the fourth year that I'm going to start gardening, and I still don't really do plant labels. I tried popsicle sticks, but the ink fades off. Anyway, let me take it to the other tray. Here we are down in the dungeon. This is my grow station that I made last year. This is the second year that I'm using it. And this is the second tray that we planted. I have spinach, carrots, cucumber, radish, snap peas, green beans. I believe that's it. But yeah, it was fun making those videos with my daughter. And I used toilet paper roll to try to label them. But as you can see, the ink is fading and the toilet paper rolls are soaking up some of that moisture. But yeah, it was exciting to see these start to grow. But honestly, I don't know what these long little stringy things are. I think that might have been something in the peat moss, but I don't know because it should not have done that. I don't know if it's because this started out on the bottom shelf where it got less light. Looks like my beans are coming in strongly, kind of. But yeah, moving on. And we're back outside. So, I kind of missed it earlier in the season, but we've had some pretty heavy rain days, and I had not yet set this up. Of course, when I did finally set this up, it did rain a little bit, but yeah, it didn't really collect that much. And I'm going to need to rig something where it connects from the spout. But yeah, this is my rain barrel from Temu, and I'm very excited for it. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of flimsy. It blew over in the wind. It's plastic, very easy to set up. But yeah, it rained a little bit, but there's nothing in there. Moving on. All right, we're walking to the garden. Same thing. I mowed the lawn the other day. The grass grows so fast. I'm gonna have to mow it again. The beds are not ready at all. I need to remove a lot of these leaves, add to the leaf mulch, or to the compost bins, or to my containers. But I want to show you something that I'm very excited about. Let's zoom in. So this here is a carrot that I let overwinter. Carrots are biennials, and what that means is it takes them 2 years to fully mature. And in doing so, I get to try to harvest the seeds. Very excited to try that. So I don't really know how it's going to work out, but in this bed, I plan to do the majority of my root vegetables. But if you know me, I grow way too much. We'll see how it works out. And in this bed, I'm going to go ahead and do the Three Sisters thing again. The corn, green beans, and what's the third sister? Oh yeah, squash. So yes, this is bed number 2. I will be doing the Three Sisters. I'll try to do it the way that it's actually supposed to be done, where I have the green beans growing on the corn stalks. Last year, they were all in the same bed, but I had the green beans growing up a trellis. I'm curious to see how it works growing up the corn. Three Sisters, bed 2. And in this pot, in this corner, is where the kiwi plant was growing. And after all the snow thawed, it was starting to show potential for growth. But I don't know if it's because the weather is not making up its mind. Those leaves don't look so good, but I am noticing zoom, other new growth. And I didn't show it to you when I was inside, but I bought another kiwi plant because they need each other to pollinate. I tried to grow strawberries in these hanging pots. I was not successful. We'll see what I can do this year. And then these pots down here is where I had all my herbs. I forget which one was which. Fairly certain that one was mint. This one might have been the parsley. Honestly, I don't know. I forget. But I don't even know if I want to use these for herbs anymore, if I want to use them for something else. What herbs will I be growing? For sure, mint, parsley, basil. Oh, I had different kinds of basil. That's what it was. As well as cilantro. This is the blueberry plant. Since the blueberry wasn't really doing anything the last couple years, it showed some signs of life last year. It's just not really growing or doing anything. I tried to grow a cucumber plant. That's why this is in here, so that it had something to grow up, but that didn't survive either. This was my bigger lavender pot, and I don't know, so far it's not. Oh, yes, it is. I'm fairly certain I Googled it before, whether or not lavender is a perennial or annual. And yeah, left it out here over winter. I tried to use the leaves to kind of shelter it as much as possible, both inside the pot and outside the pot. I probably could have done a better job, but I didn't. And it looks like there is new growth coming in, just like the little pot of lavender. So cool. Hopefully, I'll actually get some lavender. This is as far as I've gotten with the buckets. If you haven't watched that video, it was just me drilling holes in these buckets to make them into planters. I put leaves in there, I put grass in there, and then more leaves to kind of start the process of, why is my mind so blank? Composting. But yeah, so I have partially finished compost that I can add to these, and then some soil. And in these buckets, I plan to plant those melons, excuse me. I am absolutely excited about this. This is the raspberry plant. Didn't do too much last year. That was the first year. This is the second year, and it's already starting to show a lot of potential. So, yeah, I'm excited to get some raspberries. These are my wildflower beds. The tire here, the soil underneath all that looked kind of compacted and dried out. We'll see if me adding the leaves and grass will help it at all. I might have to do some tilling. But these ones over here look like things are starting to grow. So I have not planted anything in this. So I don't know. I mean, this year. So I don't know if this is all weeds or whatever, or if they are the wildflowers that are annuals, but perennials, excuse me, perennials. But we will see. This is the newest member of the family. I made a video where I put this together and talked about it. Metal raised garden bed from Temu. Same thing. I did the, I'm going to slaughter it again, hugelkultur method of filling up the raised bed. Put a bunch of sticks on the bottom. Then when I mowed the lawn, I put a bunch of grass. And because I need to find something to do with all these leaves, I put a bunch of leaves. So same thing, I plan to add soil and compost, and this is where I wanted to plant my lettuce. So yeah, it's cold out here, and I do not like the cold. It's only 50, feels like 42, but yeah, I don't like it. And yeah, so that's all for this video, folks. I just wanted to give you a quick little update on what I have planned. It's very important to actually plan your garden instead of just winging it like how I do, because I feel like I could be more efficient. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for this season to start. I got the compost bins going. There's really not much. It was really full, but then it started to sink down. I'll go show you real quick here. Yeah, here we are at the compost bin. So this is the one that I was adding to last year. This one I kind of left alone, but yeah, it's my first time begging for leaves. Last fall, I was driving around and saw this house with a bunch of bagged leaves in front of their yard. So I asked them if I could have them, and that's how I got all these. Sorry, Uncle Jarrell, no harvesting video at your house. Did I get it? I think I got a couple bags from you. Anyway, thanks, Uncle Jarrell. But yeah, this compost bin with the leaves and everything in here was pretty much overflowing and almost to the top, but look how far down it has sunk. It's really no reference, but yeah, everything was at least this high, but now it's all way down there. So I'm still adding things, and hopefully it'll break down good enough for me to use when the weather breaks. And those are my winter sowing project that Snickers destroyed. I got rid of the other cartons that I had. I don't know how that one says cherry and elderberry. Don't know how that's going to turn out. The one on the right is my strawberries, and that was pretty much intact. So I'm very excited and hopeful that I will get my own strawberries. Okay, let's finish this up. So, yeah, since I've started gardening, I feel like every year I have later starts. The weather is just not good, and it gets warm later and later. For example, my neighbor came out on the other side, and I was talking to him for a little bit, and yeah, he kind of messed up my flow. But that's the exact same thing I told him. Every year I started later and later. The very first year I was direct sowing in March. The year after that, probably not till April. And this year it's almost May. But that's the importance of doing your indoor starts. Yeah, the neighbor across the way, he lives in that house. His name is Al. He was saying how his dad used to grow a big garden out in his yard, and he was telling me to do starts in the basement. I had to let him know I do. So, yeah. What else happened? What else is going on? Before I let you go, when I went to Lowe's, I had no idea that you could do this. I saw some apple trees available for purchase, and I've been wanting to grow my own fruit trees. See, my neighbor on this side, these are all fruit trees. I forget which one's which because they haven't actually produced any fruit yet, but I think she has pears and apples and maybe another kind. But yeah, my plan, my goal is to turn this into a self-sufficient type of homestead. I don't know if I can really even do that in my climate, but it'll be fun to try. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, follow, all that good stuff. And yeah, every year, it's only been 3. This will be the third year that I'm YouTubing. But for consistency purposes, I do a weekly garden update, and that doesn't really get any views. So I need to try to work on changing my format, trying to make things more informative as well as more exciting. I know I speak in kind of a monotone way, but I'm trying my best to make it a little bit more exciting. My job is to share with you the things that I learn gardening, hence the name of the channel, Johnny Learns Gardening. But yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that I want to do, and I'm excited to get it done. So, again, if you're interested in gardening, learning with me, or if you know anyone that is, don't forget to like, share, follow, all that good stuff. I will share with you what I learn. I will share with you my experiences. Usually, I have the kids in the videos, and they are quite the characters. They get a lot of likes. Sorry they're not in this one, but I'm sure they will be in many more. That is all for today, folks. Thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, take care now. Bye bye then.